No.
Okay, so like on a typical sort of like a triangle or like an angle, like a mountain. So imagine this is a mountain. This is the vertex would be right here, right? The tip. Okay, so it's the exact same thing for the parabola. So on a parabola, it's where the sort of the tip of the curve, so the middle of the curve is, and where it goes from decreasing over here to increasing. So this would be the vertex. So in this problem, it would be this point right here. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you the standard form. So it's x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So the x and the y are, so this would be if the origin is at 0, which it is for this problem, and then if the origin is not at 0, the middle of the circle is not at 0, or at the origin, it would be, I believe it's h and k plus. Variables are kind of interchangeable. So in this case, h would actually just sort of be a variable that's in the middle of the circle. H comma k for this circle would be 0 comma 0 because the middle of the circle lies at the origin. So for that reason, h is 0, k is 0, so that's why this would be the standard form. However, say, for example, if the middle of the circle was at 1 comma 1, it would be x minus 1, y minus 1. So h would be 1 and k would be 1. Mm-hmm. So in this case, when you have a number that's outside of a parentheses, you multiply this number by both of the terms in the parentheses. So because you can't combine these two terms, they're separate. So you could rewrite this as 4 times 2 plus, which this is the sign that's inside of this parentheses, and then 4, and then 3m. So you can separate the terms inside of a parentheses if they're connected by an addition or a subtraction sign.
I see.
And you could rewrite it like this. So in this case, if you were to simplify, it would just be 8 plus 12m. So in this case, because you have a variable and it's just an expression, not an equation, that means that you don't have a definite solution for the variable.
Oh.
Yeah. So for example, if the question was on this side of the equation, instead of leaving it blank, it was like 0, then you could solve for m. However, because you only have one side of the equation, you cannot solve for m. So simplify here is just simplifying, basically just distributing the 4 among both the terms. But that's a good thought. So because in order to combine like terms, there's something called combining like terms, and that's when there's the same variable in multiple terms. However, in 8, you don't have an m. So there's no variable there, so these are not like terms. So you cannot combine them. Okay, so quartiles, it's already in order for you. This is your sort of your line. This is where the middle would be. And then, so once you have your two halves, quartile means quarter. So this would be your quartiles. And then these 2 and 2 would be your lower quartile. So I think in this question, quartile refers to a single number. So if you separate this and put them all in a number line, there's sort of like a plot. It's called a box and whisker plot. So basically that just separates your data into different quartiles. So you sort of have like a box here. If this is 7 and then this is 6, then you'd have another box here. And then this would be 3 because that's the median between 2 and 4. So based on this plot, your lower quartile would be right here, and that would be 2. So the lower quartile is 2.